Hello everyone, my name is Adityan Madhu and I am the founder and developer of UNIQ ID. So UNIQ ID is a decentralized identity system that leverages blockchain registry, zero knowledge proofs and Merkle anchoring to store hashed information of users without ever revealing their personally identifiable information. It can be used for passwordless login systems and it can prevent data breaches and save the lives of millions of users from phishing, scamming attacks, account takeover, credential stuffing, and many more. So, this is my repository for the project. It has the server and it has the folder for the SDK that developers can integrate into their website. At the end of this video, I will show you a website that has integrated our SDK to leverage UNIQ ID login sign-up system. So we have our zero knowledge proof here inside this UNIQ ID SDK, which has the zero knowledge proof inside them using Circum. We have the smart contract here that anchors our user data, the hashed user data inside the blockchain. For this MVP, we are using Sepolia Ethereum testnet as our blockchain. So let us start with the process. So I'm going to start my server and we can see that the server is running at localhost 3001. It's not live yet, it's still an MVP that shows all the core features of UNIQ ID. So let's go to the register section. Let's register a new UNIQ ID. Let us give my email and click on send verification. Now using SendGrid, it is sending an automated verification that verifies that I am a registered user. I am a registered Google user. So now let's look. I have got this verification email now. Let me click on that. And let me click on verify email. And hooray, the email has been verified. Now let's choose a strong password that has less than 16 characters, minimum 8 characters, at least one uppercase letter, at least one lowercase letter, one digit, and one special character. So this is our password. This is our password. This password is known as paraphrase or D key. So now let me finish this. What is happening in the background here is that now the email is being hashed using, it is first pre-hashed using kekak and it is then hashed using Poseidon. The same is happening with the D key. Both are hashed individually. Then from the leaf derived from the email hash and D key hash, we create a root that will be stored inside our blockchain Sepolia testnet. Click on finish and download package. It is now working. It is now saving this root. It is now generating the hashes and deriving the root and then anchoring it into the Sepolia testnet address. Okay, so now I have got a UNIQ ID. This is my UNIQ ID. Then I am assigned a UNIQ ID number from the blockchain, which is UNIQ ID 00009. So we can know that the root has been successfully anchored on chain. Here you can see that I have been assigned a UNIQ ID. My email has been hashed using kekak and Poseidon. The same with my D key or paraphrase. It has also been hashed. And from both of them, the leaf from both of them, we have derived a root from it. This is the root. And this root is what that has been anchored inside the blockchain. Let me show you with Etherscan. So this is the contract address. You can see the contract address. I have entered it. Now let's look. And yes, now we can see that something has been anchored into the Sepolia testnet now. Let's look and see more information into it. Okay, so this is a Sepolia testnet transaction. Let's see what the data has been hashed and what has been input data. We can see this is the input data. This is the root that has been what we have created here. You can see that it's the same thing. You can look at this root, which is the same that has been entered into the testnet blockchain. So now this user is registered into the registry. Now we currently have an email has been registered into the unique ID to protect them from any attacks. Now no one will get to see their real email, it is never stored anywhere. Rather, we generate a cryptographic proof that will verify that this user has this email without showing the email or any info. Let's look into that. Let's go to a website now, a demo website that has been created and which has two things. One is a Google AOth sign up and login versus our unique ID sign up and login. This is the code of that website. You can see it integrates both the unique ID SDK and also the Google sign up SDK and their AOUTH. So now let's look and differentiate. You can see that there are two databases here. One database is for the Google sign up users and one is for the unique ID users. Now let us sign up with this unique ID 9 and enter the data, and let's look whether the user data is being accurately checked and whether they are created as a new user just like the Google thing. Okay, you can see that the unique ID SDK server has been successfully loaded. Now let's go to the local host. And yes, it has Google and unique ID. Let's first look with Google. I click on it and now I enter my email. Okay, so I click continue. Now I create a username and a password. And I click on create account. Okay, so I have created an account using Google AOUTH. But let's see what are its cons. Here they have our email, it is stored plain text. Let's look into their database, how they have stored the user data. So you can see that inside this now, in the user database for Google, they have the ID, they stored the email plain text, the username, the password is weakly hashed. That means it can be easily brute force attacked and credential stuffed. So it is storing personally identifiable information. So what if this database gets hacked or leaked? All this data of the user will be leaked. So that's a very big threat because it can lead to mass phishing campaigns, account takeovers, and many other problems. Now let's go with the unique ID. I click on unique ID. Let's create an account first. I enter my ID, which is 000009. I guess it was. Yes, it was. Now I enter my email. And I enter my D key. Okay, so I have successfully entered my D key, my email, and all the things. Now I can pick a username. Okay, so now let's look. What will happen when I click on sign up is that first it will what have been done here for creating my account will be recomputed again locally. This data will be never gone to the hands of the website. Rather, this is just a local SDK. It will be computed locally. So the email, it will be hashed using Kekek and Posidian, just like how we did it before. The same with the D key. And after the leaf, we get the Merkle leaf of the email hash and para hash. A root is derived. Then it will check against the root and it will go to the blockchain number 00009 inside the Sepolia testnet and check whether that root that has been derived now exists inside this blockchain number. If yes, then it will create an account. If no, then it will deny access. Okay, so it is starting unique ID verification. It hashed and it did all the steps. You can see here, it started the unique ID verification. It is starting the process. It hashed the email and paraphrase. Then it combined the Posidian fields to produce a leaf, then a root. Now they got this root. Then they check into the blockchain Sepolia testnet for the ID entered, which is 9, and checks whether this root exists there. And yes, it exists there. And then they create an account. So here you can see that the data only that is being sent to the website is the ID number. Nothing is being sent thanks to the zero knowledge proof that we have here. The circuits. It uses the power of tau and many other zero knowledge circuits that I have combined to give only the ID number and the username. Let's look now what has been created inside the database. And boom, you can see that only the unique ID number and the timestamp with the username has only been inside the database. So even if this website's database gets hacked, the hackers will only receive this numeric value, nothing else. They cannot do anything with this numeric value. That means all the personally identifiable info of the user is now saved without ever revealing them. Now let's log out and log in again with the same credentials. I enter the D key, I enter the ID, I enter my email, and then I enter my passphrase. I click continue login, it will start querying, and the root exists, and I am logged in back into the same account, and then that means that the thing is working accurately. This is my project UNIQ ID. Thank you so much for listening to my demonstration.